Okay, this one's going to be a little weird for me to tell, but I don't know. I just feel like this one might resonate with some people these days. So here we go. About a week ago, I ran to the store, the grocery store, very late, right before they closed. And this store closes, I think, at 11. So I was there with, you know, 10 other people waiting in line basically at one register because everything else was closed in a small town grocery store where there's only one for whatever 15 minutes away, 10 minutes. And I had an arm full of stuff, and I walked up to the register, and I was a few people back in line, and out of the sort of side over here, I hear a voice that says, "Oh gosh, what did he say?" He says something like, "Boy, I hope Biden wins this time." But and he says it in a way that he's like kind of joking. He's like, "Boy, I hope Biden wins this time." And then I turn and just kind of out of the corner of my eye, I see this old guy on a electric scooter, and like whatever that people are weird. Anyway, step up, and it's my time, so I've already put my food down, and the guy's starting to go through it, and I see the total adding up, and the guy's behind me in line. He's still going on about this Biden stuff, and he says to me, well, he doesn't say to me, he says to somebody else, and he points at me, and he says, "I bet that guy right there voted for Biden." And I turned and looked at him, and he's this old, really fat guy with a Trump shirt on or a hat or something. And he was like real happy with himself. He was like, "Ha ha, I put that guy down." That's sort of the attitude that I got from it. And aside from who I have voted for in the past, that really doesn't even affect this situation. It was very, very frustrating at the moment. Um, just the fact that some random old guy that can't even walk is like, thinks he's putting me down by saying I'm a certain political whatever. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know why we have let ourselves get to this point. I don't know who is trying to cause an internal civil war between people who like a certain politician. But this is crazy. I'm pretty sure this kind of thing would have never happened 10 years ago, especially 20 years ago. I mean, I remember being, gosh, under 30 and having no care about who other people voted for. I mean, it's such a recent thing that it has to be. Yeah, I mean, it has to be because of the media and the way we've been sort of driven apart just based on what Kool Aid you drink, basically. I drink the red, so I hate the blue guys. I drink the blue, so I hate the red guys. That seems to be what it is. Now, I realize this guy might be an outlier, but he looked like he lived on government checks and he can't even walk. And I find that odd. That anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this one. It was just really frustrating. All I said was to the guy I was handing the money to. All I said was, "Well, that's not very polite." And then I just paid for my groceries and I walked out. And the guy taking the money did say, he looked at me kind of like, "Oh no, this is not something this guy should be saying right now." And he looked and he was like, "Oh, now, hey, Dave," or whatever his name was, "you shouldn't say things like that." So, because this is a small town, so this guy's probably been, comes in there to hang out because he's got nothing else to do, you know, that that sort of thing. But yeah, what a world we've created for ourselves. All right, that's all I got for this one.